So right now I'm going to use my Scatter Series Design Pink and Green to make a happy birthday card. And right now I'm going to use a pre-folded card. I believe this is A2 standard size. It's going to be, let's see here, 5.5, and it'll be by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold this over. It's already scored and everything for you. And I'm going to take my scatter design paper and a metal die. I'm going to use this metal die to cut the background here. So I'm just going to take my scissors here and cut this paper down the side so I can run through my die cutting machine. And I've only been crafting, hand making crafting for about 2 years now, so I'm still fairly new at this. You know what? I'm gonna cut this other half here because it was running into that white border. I'll just print out. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. So I'm gonna take this diamond press marquee, and this is just a manual die cutting machine. Very good for beginners like me with hand crafting. So I'm just gonna run this through the machine. Oops. Oh yeah, this gets stuck. Okay. Stuck very good here. Alrighty. Oh, look at this here. Cuts out very nice. So, oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Excuse the mess when you're making your cards. Everything will be messy here. So we'll clean up later. And then I'm just going to take my tape runner and we're going to stick this down on a card. Oh, and I probably forgot to tell you, I'm going to do a shaker card, birthday card here. So I'm just going to eyeball this and make sure it goes down kind of even here. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can see already you're forming your card here. Okay. Now I'm going to be using a diamond press. It's called Celebration Shaker die set, and I like this set because they include all the materials in the set, with the exception of the paper. You have to get your own paper, and so but all the metal dies and everything comes with it that you'll need: the foam paper, the acetate, the metal shim. So everything comes with the set. Okay, and I made these a few times, but I still need to always go back to the instructions. Okay, so we're gonna start with the foam here, and then this die right here. And you always place your dies face down, the sharp side down. Okay, and then you just get your folder here and just run it through the machine. Now, since I had such a hard time on my mat, I'm just going to leave it over here because it stuck to my glass pretty good. Okie dokie. Okay. Alrighty, so we're done with that one. And so you're just going to kind of eyeball where you want it to go on your card. to make sure you have enough length there. So we'll just take this, follow the directions. Just take this adhesive off here and stick it on your card. Let's see. I think that's about right, because I'm just going to put a little happy birthday stamp down at the bottom. Okay. And then next I'm going to make my confetti to go inside the shaker card. So I'm just going to use some cut down paper that I already have, just some leftover scraps. So it's important that you save your scraps, because you can always use it for another project. So I'm just gonna run this through the machine to make my confetti. And you can use different colors too. I think I'm gonna use pink and white, and maybe some green too. We'll see. And then see how the little confetti comes out, and you can just scrape that down in there. Okay, doke. Yeah, you want to make sure everything goes inside of the balloon here. Okay. I make such a mess when I craft. Sometimes it's frustrating for me, because it seems like I can never find anything. So I call myself preparing for the video, just having everything out. But things still get a bit messy here. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna take some leftover scrap white paper, and we're gonna make some confetti as well here, using the white paper. Oh, excuse my dog, he's sitting right beside me, making a little bit of noise here. Alright, let's see. So we ran that through. Now we have our white confetti. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just stick it in there. You don't want to fill it up too much, because you know you want it to be able to shake all around, the confetti to shake around. Maybe we'll just do a little. I think I'll just go with the pink and white, since green is such a dominant color on the background. Maybe we'll just go with the pink and white. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that. And I'm just getting all my little loose confetti pieces off my board, because we can stick them in a card. Okay. Alrighty, now moving on. Next, we're gonna cut our acetate. And so they give you the metal shim. So we're just gonna take our acetate, put over the metal shim, and then put our dye down. And we're just gonna run it through the machine. And it's nice using Diamond Press manual machine, or also I have the Gemini Mini by Crafter's Companion, because you don't have to worry about knowing all the different sandwich plates. You know, you just run it through. They give you a folder, and you just run it through very easily. Alrighty, so I have my acetate cut out. And so what we're going to do here now is take the tape off of the balloon. Let's see. Because it was double-sided. So the one side I stuck down to the card. And then this side, we're going to stick the acetate on. So let's see if I can get this here. Let's get my little pokey tool. I always want to give you a hard time when... Okay, here we go. There we go. So we're gonna stick our little acetate down. And sometimes these little confetti pieces try to pop out. You just stick them back in there. So always a few pieces. I don't want to give you a hard time. You know, we'll just take this one out. All right, there we go. Okay, though. I kind of went up a little too high. Let me see if I can take this off and stick it back on. Oh, there's the confetti coming out again. That's okay. You're gonna run into little pitfalls when you're making your handmade cards, and you just gotta go with the flow here. Just keep moving. You can fix your little mistakes. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do the last piece of the balloon. And I think I'm going to use this leftover scrap pink paper that I have from another project. So I'm just going to, let's see here. Oh yeah, see, that's perfect. So we'll just cut this down. I'm just going to get a bigger folder here. And we're going to just run through the machine. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's so cute. See, we're going to take this top piece. See, this is the shaker part up here. We're going to take this top piece and stick it over the card here. But before I stick this piece down, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And so, oh boy, stuff is just a mess here. Where's my stamp at? Okay, here we go. I'm going to use this stamp. It says birthday girl. And I'm just going to get my stamp platform. And you know, if you're going to get into card making, you know, just buy stuff here and there and you'll get a nice little accumulation of materials. Let's see here. And if you don't have any stamps, you can always just, you know, print out a little sentiment on a computer. I've done that and just, you know, tape it down. This is black. Yeah. So I'm just going to use some black ink. And I always try to like stamp first just to make sure. Oh, I need my platform here. I always like to just do a practice stamp just to make sure everything is okay. Oops, see, I have it the wrong way. See here? Oh boy. Okay, so here we go. We're just gonna stamp this down just as a practice stamp. Came out pretty nice, so I didn't bring any cleaning material. Let's see. I just want to make sure this goes down clean. Okay. hope I don't mess this up. We're just gonna try to make this even here. Just eyeball it here. The L didn't come down too great, and I don't want to stamp over it. Let's see here. You know, I probably should have just you can kind of eyeball these and re-stamp. Let me get my stamp board, make it a little bit better. If push comes to shove, you can always correct this. Just get another sheet of paper with a little dye, and you can re-stamp it and just cover your mistake up. So what I'm trying to do is re-stamp over this, trying to position it just right. Okay, we'll see how that comes out. Oh, came out pretty good. Look at that. So yeah, you can always fix stuff, because trust me, I made a lot of mistakes, still do. It's always learning when you're doing handmade cards. Okay, now where's the little piece I cut out? See, I just have stuff a mess everywhere. Okay. See? Now we're gonna take, oh, this glue is coming out already. Okay, it's this side. I'm just gonna take a little glue here and spread it around. Spread it around my little balloon here. I probably should have got the little needle tip glue. This is making a mess. This is the first time I've used this glue. Usually I just use a little tacky glue. Let's see. But you know, you just go with the flow. I'm just gonna stick this down. And there you go, a simple shaker card using the scatter background design that you can download off of my website, MackenzieCreation.com. A cute little birthday card. It honestly really takes less than 10 minutes. You know, nice little handmade card, and I think people appreciate it, you know, when they get handmade materials. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.